Ask and you shall receive. Afnan 9pm Rebel has just touched down. Exclusively from Amazon. Pays to be a Prime member. I've had a few requests to check out this particular fragrance. Some people know that I don't love the original Afnan 9pm. I do like the AM though, but apparently I'm going to love this one because it's in the Aventus Absolute space. Let's see if that's accurate. Let's roll, man. Give music so we can unbox Afnan 9pm Rebel and see if it's the new Aventus hype. Just trying to be cool, almost dropped it. We're all alone. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba. Listen, one of my beautiful peoples, you know who it is. It's your boy C to the U to the B to the A. Let's get right into Afnan 9pm. Let me tell you the truth. When it comes to the Afnan fragrances, the ones that I own, they got really solid performance and they're close interpretations for the money. Like I said, I got this one off of Amazon, so you're able to get it on some Prime shit fairly quickly if you have Prime. If there was like a big 5 in the clone space companies, Afnan would definitely be up there in the top contender space for producing some very solid interpretations. And hopefully this is in that space. Here's what the bottle looks like. It's a nice red hue. That's the bottle. I don't think the liquid itself is actually red. And it has some psychedelic bullshit on the inside. Who cares? Let's look up some notes and smell this piece. All right, so at the top we got pineapple, mandarin, and Granny Smith apples. At the mid we got cedarwood, vanilla, and oak moss. And at the base is ambergris, dry woods, caramel, and musk. Sounds absolutely delicious if you're gonna ask me, which you probably can't because I mean we can't hear you anyway. But let's just jump right into this fragrance. It's not gonna be a long interpretive review if you wanna call it that. I don't review shit. I just smell fragrances and then I'll let you know if I like it or not. Ooh, this little Afnan in red. Let's go. Okay. Definitely more 𝗙𝗙𝗏𝗏-ish space. At least on the opening, it comes off synthetic, it comes off sharp, it comes off very musky and pulpy pineapple. I'm not picking much up as far as caramel is concerned or any of that darker coffee-ish type of resinous nature that the Aventus Absolute has. So I'm just picking up more 𝗙𝗙𝗏 depth, a little bit of a vetiver dryness from this fragrance at this point, but the test strip is a liar. Except for the name, because, you know, he keeps it real. All right, let's see. I'm gonna have to go on skin. There is some caramelic action coming off now, off the test strip, but it's just gonna be easier. Here's what the atomizer, it sprays a significant amount. Let me get this out of my face, and I start choking and swallowing it.
Pause, that's crazy.
All right, let's go right into it, just aggressively on the opening. Yeah, still 𝗙𝗙𝗏. I am picking up the sweetness from that caramelic note. There is a little bit of a sharp funk here, something unusual, kind of off-putting chemically on the opening. There is a vetiver type dryness in the scent. I'm gonna assume it's coming from like the oak moss. I'm not 100% sure, but there is definitely more body. It is not Aventus. It's definitely more 𝗙𝗙𝗏, because for me, 𝗙𝗙𝗏 just has a little bit more of a greener perspective, slightly drier, a little bit muskier, and also has that vetiverish kind of, I like to assimilate it brain-wise to like hay-ish kind of note. It's a more woodier, slightly scratchier, muskier, Aventus-y pineapple kind of DNA. Let me pull out Absolute. Might as well just do a quick side-by-side comparison while I have it here, just to kind of dispel and just see if side-by-side they are kind of close. You're definitely getting the 𝗙𝗙𝗏 DNA from this fragrance. I am picking up more of a sweetness. The pineapple smells a little bit more sugary than tropical. It smells more like a candied pineapple situation. Let me go to the Absolute. No, not on the opening at least. The Absolute is definitely rounder, sweet, punchy, but bolder. And that's just off of one spray. The Afnan, I could see where they're going with it. Doing the side-by-side comparison, you kind of pick up little things here and there. It's not a one-to-one. I wouldn't even call it an alternative to Aventus Absolute. It's definitely inspired by 𝗙𝗙𝗏, Aventus-ish type DNAs, with trying to encompass a little bit more sweetness. But this is a sweeter, slightly more sugary 𝗙𝗙𝗏 with a pulpier pineapple and some vetiver essence. Also, it's coming off extra sweet now, very candied-like. The more that it dries down, one of the things I'm noticing is that the performance of the fragrance doesn't seem to be like outstanding. It seems to be very kind of subpar, not even regular, although it's not a ton of spray, so maybe I'm jumping to it. But that one spray of the Aventus is doing very nicely, as opposed to this one is kind of faint and becoming very, very skin scentish very quickly. But it's very sugary, it's becoming even more candied-like. The caramel accent that was initially before adding a little bit of a vanilla sweetness is becoming way more candied-like a red candy of some sort. I like to use Jolly Rancher or Laffy Taffy Red. It's becoming a lot more playful in candy with the sugary pineapple essence, and it still has that vetiver flow, but it absolutely leans more 𝗙𝐴𝐻𝐵 with the synthetic red candy is kind of, no, it's not off-putting at all, don't get it twisted, like my face scrunches up because I'm old and squinting and shit. So it's definitely not a bad scent, but the performance does not seem to be okay so far. And if comparatively speaking, we're talking about it being a 1-to-1 to this, no, not at all. Inspired by, taking notes from, but it ain't it. It's good, it's handsome, it will get you compliments. I think it's gonna have to be a fragrance that you're gonna have to overspray a little bit more. I will rock this today just to get a full feel for the fragrance, and if I gotta throw a little extra Cliff Notes in there, I definitely will. Right now, yeah, syrupy, sweet pineapple. It's more like a synthetic pineapple juice from a can. You're kind of getting that syrupy smell. Very candy-like. I still, right now, get kind of that caramel essence. But yeah, now that I've pinpointed the dry down with more of that candy-like, it is very pineapple, candy, 𝗙𝐴𝐻𝐵 kind of DNA. On a scale of 1 to 10, the performance right now, like I'm not choking, it's not doing anything to me. It seems to be a little suspect on that performance. Not gonna lie. It doesn't seem to be a beast like maybe the original Afnan 9pm. That shit fucking knocks you in your jugular. This one doesn't necessarily get my man pussy wet. Handsome scent, feels a little bit juvenile, feels a little confused, and feels a little bit weak so far. This is just first impressions. Obviously, I'm at full dry down here, but yeah, it's good, not amazing. Am I gonna cry because I spent $50? No, because it will get you some compliments for sure. You can overspray this shit and people are gonna love it because it's a DNA that's popular. But there are a lot of other DNAs in that $50 space that perform crazy, smell super handsome, and that are loud. So this, unfortunately, it's not a ball spray for me. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all bitches next time. I'll put a link in the description if you are interested to try it for yourself. Maybe there's a batch variation issue. Maybe we gotta let it macerate and revisit it, and then it becomes a little bit better. Who knows? First impressions, first thoughts. I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is. Biggest in the game. Smooches.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.